everyone, it's Rita, welcome back. So today I have two Natasha Denona new items. So we have the mini retro palette and the blush. So of course it's what I'm wearing on my eyes and on my cheeks today. I decided to not go for a highlight just to see how truly highlighting this blush was. I think it's very pretty and it's of course very not shimmery but very illuminating, but I think I should definitely go for a highlight as well. I just wanted to leave it like this for today just to see the true glow of this. So the mini retro palette retails for $25 and you can find that at Sephora. It's been around for almost a week at this point. So this is what it looks like. It comes in the regular hard plastic packaging with the clear lid, and this one is kind of like the perfect for the color palette that I picked or that I'm gravitating more towards for this spring. If you saw my previous video, I'm going more for like pinks and taupes and silver shades. So whenever I saw this palette, I knew I had to pick it up. So this is the mini retro, and then for the blush, it comes in a beautiful kind of like melon box. Kind of like both have the same, but this one is kind of like more metallic. And then as for the actual packaging, it's like a very hard plastic. It feels with a lot of weight, and I love that it has the magnetic closure because it just makes it a bit more easier to travel with, and just, you know, you don't have to worry about if it actually closed or not. It's just very nice and compact and sturdy. So that's kind of like what the actual packaging looks like. Very pretty. And then once you open it up, it has a huge mirror. It's right there. And then this is the actual color. I feel like a lot of people were comparing this to NARS Orgasm, but honestly, it's not even close. This is way more, at least on my cheeks, like whenever I apply them, it just looks a little bit more like a cooler tone pink, which I really like. I don't know why, because whenever I do it on I do a swatch on my hand, it looks like more salmony coral. But I feel like on my cheeks, it just gives me a more cooler tone pink. I don't know, maybe my cheeks are different than my hand. But anyway, I'm gonna, and that one retails for $19, and you can also find it at Sephora. I'm going to be doing some arm swatches. I'll show those to you first, and then we'll see this eye look. I wanted to go more on the lighter side with this palette, because of course you do have the very intense silver. This one right up here, and I already had, this is like a re-filmed video, because the first one that I filmed a couple of days ago on the weekend, something happened that the camera just never recorded, or I don't remember what happened, but it was just a bad quality, I believe. So anyway, I refilmed, and I wanted to use the lighter color. If I can save any of that film, I'm going to go ahead and show you the other look that I created with this palette. If not, it'll be just this one. But I'll show you the swatches first, and then we'll see the eye look, and then right after, of course, we'll have some thoughts. Overall thoughts, I really love this palette. I know that I just said that it's kind of like the perfect palette for me for this spring. It's just very pretty. You can go on like a very light eye look with this, and you can go very smoky. I mean, I know you cannot get like a ton of looks because of course it's just 5 colors. But I think it's just perfect for spring and summer, especially for me for spring. It's gonna be perfect for me to reach out. It's so compact and tiny. I wanted to show you for reference because I didn't show this earlier. I only have 2 Natasha Denona palettes, and honestly, I think this is just going to start. This is like the start of my love for the brand. It is so amazing. The mattes were super smooth and blendable. The shimmers were absolutely stunningly shimmering. The only thing is, there is a lot of fallout on this one right here. So on the silver one, there's a ton of fallout, which I did experience on the first time that I tried it. I applied all over my lid, and I definitely had a ton of fallout. So if you're like me and if you do your base face first, like your base makeup first, just watch out and be aware that you're gonna have a ton of fallout. I did have to kind of like clean it up, and it was honestly was a little bit of a mess on one eye, and then after I learned that, on the other one I just applied a ton of powder to kind of like prevent that extra fallout. But just be aware of that. This duochrome is super stunning. It has like silver, and it's just very beautiful. It has a little bit of blue on it. You saw it on my arm swatches. And I did notice that this one, the very first one, the duochrome, it kind of like feels like a bit of a hard pen. And of course this is literally brand new, but that doesn't stop it from it being super intense and a beautiful swatch. So there's right there on my finger, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it like right now, like kind of like live. So that's what it looks like. Like I was saying, it does feel like a hard pen, but whenever you apply it, it's just super pretty and smooth regardless. So that's the one that I used for my inner corner today, and it's very pretty. But anyway, for reference, I'm gonna show you what the Camo palette looks like, just so you can kind of like compare sizes. So this is the regular 5-pan palette, and this is the mini. So as you can tell, it's very tiny in size, and of course in grams of product you get, but it is $25 compared to, I believe this one is like $49, $50. So you kind of like get a small amount, but what you pay, it's very reasonable. $25, it's of course a lot of money, especially for only 5 colors in such a teeny tiny presentation. But it just depends on what you're really looking for. To me, I really wanted to try Natasha Denona for the longest time. So whenever I picked this up, you know, $49 is not too bad. So whenever she came out with this one, I just knew I had to pick it up. The colors were stunning. And the price point, if you are getting into luxury makeup or you like more higher end makeup, I think this is a good option to try it. And then kind of like dip your toes into the brand, and then if you like this one or if you don't like it, then you are not going to spend a ton of money like compared to buying one of her big palettes that are like $129, I believe $130. So just I think it's a good starter palette for the brand. But anyway, I absolutely love it. The colors are stunning. All of them were very beautiful and very easy to work with. Okay, as for the blush, I absolutely love it. This is my kind of blush. I always like or prefer blushes that have not shimmer but like glow to it, and I guess you would say shimmer, glow, or some kind of like highlight on them. So I really like it. Like the NARS Orgasm, like people compare with it, they don't look alike at all, but they're very similar in the way of their like highlight with a blush kind of like combined, or with a lot of shimmer on it. There's another one by MAC that I used on my wedding day called Dolly Mix, that this one reminds me a lot of that one. Not really in the shade, but just in the way that it's a very highlighty blush. But anyway, both of these products to me, they were a high success. I really like them. I'm definitely gonna be using this more and more during the spring, even though I'm gonna be using my makeup to be in my living room. But you know, times have changed, we've got to evolve, and even though a lot of people have been mentioning this like, oh, I don't want to make YouTube videos because people are like, there's not really the importance right now, I'm gonna keep making them because that's what makes me happy. It's my hobby and I enjoy it. So anyway, quick little disclaimer at the very end of the video. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to make it a little quick and faster than my usual. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!